Life is simple. We over complicate life to the T. We really do. It's not that hard. And I'm not even saying it from a glorified success perspective. I'm saying it from a perspective of just reflecting back on life and talking to people who most recently have become really successful. It wasn't anything special. Hard work, that's a component to some, but hard work is very subjective in what it means. For some people, hard work might mean actual hard work, physical labor. For others, hard work means you're constantly grinding on projects and in some way, shape, or form making things happen that's taken away from your mental, taking a lot of energy from you mentally. But for some people, they get into their positions and they'll tell you straight up, I didn't work hard. It was timing and being at the right place and working, of course. But really thinking about it, thinking in hindsight, even though you really shouldn't, you kind of have to learn those lessons. Because a lot of folks, especially first-gen Americans and those who just moved to the United States, they'll be stuck on that hard work mode. So I'm going to have a conversation with you. If you're one of those who's just constantly working hard, oh, I'm trying to have a better future. When's the last time you sat back and you evaluated your current situation and where you want to be in life? Are you taking the safe way there? Are you not as risky as some of those who got there a lot quicker? Because the last thing you need to be doing, if you are in a situation and you're not happy, you're not content, is looking at others who took risk at the right time, at the right place, and having some type of energy towards them. The folks who I've met just in the past year, 2 years, who are doing really well, aren't afraid to tell you how they got there. And I see it now. It's crystal clear. We just overcomplicate things too much. If you're there, if you're watching this right now and you've been putting off maybe taking the next step to that next goal, if you've been putting off kind of putting in some work, if you made this plan with all these different side quests, side missions, if you made a plan that's just looks like an engine bay of a foreign vehicle, you might be overcomplicating things, and that's just being a blocker to your own success. I was one of those before. I was one of those people who had a plan for a plan that had a plan for another plan. You just need some guidelines. This is where I want to be. In order to get there, I need to stay in these guidelines. Sometimes I'll be pushed out. Life has obstacles. Sometimes things will happen out of my control that will push me out of those guidelines, but it's your job to get back within those boundaries to get you to where you want to be. Such a simple thing, and we make it so complex. Life is simple. It's not hard. We truly get in the way of ourselves getting to the next level because we make what should be 2 + 2 a calculus problem. We make what should be a walk in the park a Spartan triathlon. That's really what we do. It's crazy, and it's like we do it subconsciously, but we want the harder way. Boy, I'll tell you what, as a creator, I've been there myself, where I used to want to do everything myself. I didn't want to take the short way. I didn't want to take the shortcut. For example, a video. I wanted to learn to do the effects myself so I can say, oh, I made that effect, this and that. For what? It's just a waste of time. Like, yes, I learned how to make certain effects, but there's presets out there. There's third-party apps that you can install on any program, mobile or on a computer, that literally you drag and drop over, and you have your desired effect. And if it's not exactly what you wanted, you could tweak it to what you wanted it to be. And that in itself shows how I overcomplicated things. I didn't need to do that. I just became an obstacle to my own goals. I could have put out so much more content if I would have just taken, quote unquote, not the easy route, but the smarter route, the more efficient route, instead of making things more complicated. So I'll tell you, if you're here right now and you found yourself making things overcomplicated, you have goals, but you keep on maybe making excuses of, I gotta do this first, I gotta do that first, I gotta hit this part of the plan first. Scrap that. You have your goal. You know you need to do this to get there. If you find yourself outside of that scope, bring yourself back in and take the easy way. Wrong word. Not the easy way. Take the efficient way. Be as efficient as possible. Success is based on efficiency. Sure, you have two people. You have Mr. A, Mr. B. Both got to the same place. One guy worked harder than the other. It's always like that. Work smarter, not harder. You still got to put in hard work. But if you find a way to make that hard work become a little bit easier, your time is used efficiently, you'll get there a lot quicker. I'm on my own journey. I'm just realizing this, especially in the social media space. It's crazy. Man, got a big week ahead, man. Big week ahead. Got a lot of stuff going on. A lot of preparation for this month and into the summer in the car space. If you're into cars, follow my car page, AJ Whipsit, on YouTube and Instagram. But the big day is coming up next week. It's been 6 months. 6 months since I lost my mom, and I going into another state of reflection. But I'm getting through it. Until next video, stay strong. Simplify your life, simplify things, simplify your process, and get to it. Wolfpack, we out.